UK Sports and the PGA Tour are delighted to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Waste Management Phoenix Open is about to kick off. I'm Luke Elvey, proud to be alongside 2002 PGA winner Rich Beem in Phoenix, Arizona, specifically TPC Scottsdale. What's this opening hole like?
Well, thankfully, it's a little benign compared to the craziness around the golf course that ensues. Just 414 yards from the back tees. Bunker down the left-hand side, the players want to avoid. They'll be more than likely taking out a long iron fairway wood, hitting it down the right-hand side. Green tilts a little bit from right to left. A big runoff area on the left-hand side is a no-no for your second shot. But all in all, a nice, easy opening hole.
Can't wait to get into the action. Very excited to see how this player fares today.
Well, you love this player. Why wouldn't you wait to see how this player plays? You have a poster of this player at home, don't you?
A two.
Okay.
Yeah. That's a bit unfortunate for her. On the green now, but a bit of work left to do here. This one's for birdie. Yeah, that was slightly misjudged.
Downhill putt, and sometimes you think it's going to run out more than it does. Just couldn't quite figure it out this time.
Starting the round at even par. The second hole at TPC Scottsdale is a mid-range par 4, playing 442 yards from the tips. The bunkers on the right side need to be avoided, which leaves a good mid to short iron approach to a green that is bunkered front, left and right. So a good accurate approach required. Looks like this one's heading safely for the fairway. Choosing the 9-iron here. This one looks just a fraction too long to me. Not a bad approach, that one. Not quite inside the birdie range, but you never know. Hole a long one. Still counts. Yep, well done. And with that par, she'll remain at even overall. The third here at Scottsdale plays over 550 yards from the tips. It's a strong par 5, which requires 2 big shots to get to the green. The first shot needs to avoid that bunker on the left-hand side to give you a chance to go for the green. But if you're laying up, it's laying it back to a number between those 2 bunkers that sit on the left side of this fairway, around 150 to 100 yards out. That should find the fairway. Well, Rich, I feel like this is a bit of a rhetorical question, but what's your favourite part of the Waste Management Phoenix Open?
All of it. There's not a single thing that I don't love about it. I find it, since I first started coming here in 1999, to be an absolute don't want to say circus because that's not the right word, but this is a social gathering. I once saw a guy, Luke, walking around in a jumpsuit made of pennies. Made of pennies. And I didn't know if it was chainmail or what. But in 1999, I saw this guy and thought, you know what? This tournament's a little different than the rest. As we've seen throughout the years, that's exactly what it's turned into. I mean, this is just a massive social gathering in Scottsdale. The players embrace it. They love it. They get it. They get into it by throwing stuff in the crowd on 16, wearing jerseys, dressing up, getting into the action, getting into the fun, if you will. It's unlike any other golf tournament in the world, and should be. This is a special event in a special place.
The stadium hole gets a lot of the focus. Over 500,000 fans through the gates through the course of the week. But for all the partying, all the fun and frivolity that takes place, there's a fair bit of serious work that gets down to the end, isn't there?
Well, they're playing for a lot of money, a lot of FedEx Cup points, as we know. But listen, these guys are out there to compete and win. But they don't lose the one atmospheric part about it, and that is everybody is out there to be entertained. And that's what they're trying to do. Entertain them. Make a lot of birdies if you can, because that's what it takes. You got to make birdies to win this tournament. Whether this week is going to be delicious, go get them.
And this putt is for a big 2 on the scorecard. Just hammered that through the line. Getting ready to play their third. 2 strokes off the lead. Whew. Lovely touch. Well played.
Just eyeballing that one, trying to make it.
Well, that hole's behind us. More to play. Now 3 strokes back after that hole. The 5th hole at TPC Scottsdale is a strong par 4, playing 470 yards from the back tees. There's a big bunker down the right-hand side that will catch any drive not hit with authority. The approach must be accurate with the bunker on the left-hand side. Anything just slightly missed here will be punished. That was wonderfully done. This shot is about 140 yards out. 3 strokes off the lead. This one might need to get down a little. Great ball striking. It's a thing of beauty.
Well, the practice is paying off here, Luke. This player is relentless.
This is a par putt. Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? This one's for bogey. The putt goes in, and that's back-to-back bogeys.
And making one bad mistake with another, compounding it, not good.
Sitting at 2 over for the day. The 6th hole at TPC Scottsdale is a solid mid-range par 4, 432 off the back tees. And again, it's more position off the tee that's required here, with the bunkers on the left-hand side. A bold player is to fly it over that bunker on the left and leave just a short wedge in. Bold players will get off this hole, but a safe strategy lays back before them. This shot from 120 yards. Currently 4 shots off the pace. Chosen the pitching wedge here. That's an absolute ripper. What a shot. Just outside 10 feet to the hole here, right on 11 feet to be exact. Might need to get the feel back on the putting green. It was on a good line. Bogey putt coming up here. And down it goes. Let's head to the next. Sitting at 3 over for the event.
And moving down the leaderboard as well.
The 7th here at Scottsdale is a par 3 measuring 215 yards from the back tees. A straightaway hole, but bunkers left and right of this green ensure that a nice straight shot is required. Going with a 3-wood here. Keep your fingers crossed for a bounce to the right. That's not the outcome they were after.
Airmailed the green with that approach.
Oh, 5-footer. It's amazing how tour pros hold these. That's a tad upsetting. And this one will be for bogey. And after that effort, let's take a look at how it stands. Trailing by 6 shots after that hole. The 8th hole at TPC Scottsdale is a very strong par 4, playing over 475 yards from the back tee. There's a couple of pot bunkers down the left-hand side that need to be avoided so you can get to the green in 2. If you're going hard here, there's a tree on the right-hand side that can prevent a good second shot or a line to the green. 2 well-struck shots required to get to this green, and even then, your par's not secure. Coming off a streak of 4 bogeys. Going with the 4-iron here. Setting up miles from the hole. Yeah, the line was pretty good, but the length, that was loose. She's got a good chance to change her fortunes on the greens here. This would be a good momentum putt. This one has eyes for the hole. And this next putt, it's for bogey. Let's take a look at the leaderboard. Unfortunately, moving down the leaderboard, that's not the direction to be heading. The finishing hole on the front 9 at TPC Scottsdale was a par 4 measuring 453 yards from the back tees. There's plenty of room off the tee to the left just so you can avoid that bunker on the right. There's a bunker short of the green here that needs to be avoided, a short little pot bunker. But 2 solid shots here will allow a chance for a birdie. Lovely effort that. Second shot here on the 9th hole. Oh my goodness! Gee, you don't see that very often. Superb shot. This would be a great up and down from this spot. She makes this, it'll be a good par. Steady on. Pretty straightforward 4-footer coming up here. And that's for a bogey. Justin Thomas is atop the leaderboard. He's got a 1-shot buffer. A short par 4 measuring just 428 yards from the tips. There's a huge bunker down the right side of this fairway, which suggests maybe less than driver is necessary off the tee. What you want to do is set up for a good angle of approach, though. There's a couple of pot bunkers to the short right of this green and a big one to the front left to be avoided. Not bad. Oh, this will be good for the momentum. Let's make this birdie putt. Oh, well, that was the number, no doubt about that. Playing their fourth shot. Looks like they just forgot to hit it, Rich. Playing their fifth shot. Yes, anytime you can find the green and have a putt, you'll take it. Nice judge's speed. You should be proud of that one. And the putt drops, and we're moving on. And a little slide down the leaderboard happening. Make sure you respond quickly. The 11th is a par 4, playing 472 yards and a huge water hazard down the left-hand side. The best line is a drive as close to that water without taking it on. Anything that leaves about 150 to 170 yards in will give you a chance to set up birdie. And here we are with the third shot. Straight out of the top drawer.
Judging it beautifully.
Well, that's a momentum maintainer. Well done. Currently at +9 for the day. The 12th at TPC Scottsdale is a par 3 measuring 192 yards off the back tees. Not much to this hole except the bunkers left to be avoided, although water can sneak in on the right up near the green if anything is slightly pushed. 19 feet to the hole. Oh, what a shame. That would have been a nice one to hole. An opportunity to make their par. Oh, that's frustrating. This putt's about 4 feet from the hole. Yeah, nothing to sweat over that one. Well holed. And that's a little disappointing, dropping some spots on the leaderboard. The 13th is one of the good scoring holes in the closing 9 at TPC Scottsdale. It's a par 5 measuring 558 yards. Job 1 is to avoid that huge water hazard to the right or the tree on the left-hand side that juts out into the fairway. If you're clear, you'll have a chance to knock it up near towards the green or just laying it back to a comfortable yardage of around 100, 125 yards. A chance for a birdie here to really ignite your charge. Good chance this one, right on 6 feet. Oh, what a way to bounce back. That shows heart. Sitting at 9 over par. The 14th is a strong par 4, almost measuring 500 yards from the back tees. The bunker that sits in the fairway should be covered. Anything around 190 to 200 yards out will give you a green light to go for this flag, although a 4 here never hurts. Good looking shot this.
Luke, do not buy any lottery tickets tonight. You're absolutely wrong where that golf shot ended up.
It's fair to say that wasn't their best shot.
Distance control nearly impossible coming out of this rough.
Just 3 feet to the cup. Yeah, well holed. Let's move on to the next. Our leader is a couple of shots up at this stage. The 15th is a very important hole, the par 5, 553 yards from the back tees. Either makes or breaks around here at TPC Scottsdale. That huge penalty area to the left is to be avoided if you're to make a decent score. A good drive will allow you to go for this island green in 2. Although if you're too far back, no point taking it on as there's water everywhere to collect your ball. Laying up to the 115, 20-yard marker will give you just an easy wedge here and a chance to still make your birdie. Well, that's showcasing their power there, Rich.
2 big hits there, knocking it on this par 5 and 2.
And down it goes for an eagle. And JT is currently our leader. Welcome to the jungle, or as they call it here at TPC Scottsdale, the stadium hole par 316. It's just a short club, but you miss the green, and a chorus of boos will ring out. It's just inside the range. John, have you got a read on this one?
I'd say about 26 feet or so to the cup from here.
Never quite hit that.
Sometimes when you try and get it up the hill, you just forget to hit it sometimes. It seems so in this case.
And there it is. The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. This dramatic finish of TPC Scottsdale has no shortage of options at the 17th, Rich.
If you've hit the driver but you miss the green, you gotta miss it out to the right-hand side to have any hope of getting it up and down for the birdie. However, you knock it on this green in 1, you never know, you could make it 2.
And that puddle drop. Well done. Well, that's certainly a step in the right direction. Keep it going. The finishing hole at TPC Scottsdale requires a great drive. The big water hazard down the left-hand side and the church pew bunkers make it a very difficult drive. Anything out to those bunkers on the right will leave a good angle approach. But once you hit this shot, make sure you get the right area on the green if you're to make your birdie. Oh! That thing was like a tracer bullet. Right down the pipe. This putt is for a final score of 76. Ooh. Par putt coming up here. Just didn't drop. And this one will be for bogey. And that will be all she wrote. Well, Rich, it was great to share these moments with you and all the folks at home.
Absolutely, Luke. Always a pleasure, my friend. Onwards and upwards.
Well, on behalf of myself, Rich Beam, and all the hard-working folks at HB Studios, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.